Hello everyone, my name is Shubhajit and today we will be discussing about the seventh problem of the useState problem solving series, which is fixing the disappearing selection. Let's first get into what is the actual issue, okay? Uh, and see it on the actual UI what is happening. So if you can see, we have these three lists on which whenever I hover, a blue background is coming. Okay, not blue, but some greenish blue background is coming. Okay, now I can click on this star and unstar methods. Okay, so let's say I click on this unstar one and this will become star, but now you see that the background color is gone. But when I move the cursor again, that's again coming back. So why is this happening, that whenever on clicking the background is going? That is the actual issue which we have to fix in this video. Okay, so let's look into the code to know more about it. So this is the main component we have, that is the mail client component, which actually contains whole of this code. Okay, and inside this you will be able to see that we have we have two states. One is the letter state and the other one is highlighted letter state. So this letter state will actually tell us all the letters which are present. Okay, let me also go to the initial letters from which it is being populated. So you can see here that we have this subject and is starred. Okay, if is starred is true, then it will be starred. Then you will be seeing the option of unstar. So if I refresh this, you can see the first one is the first one we can unstar and the other two we can star, because the first one is starred and the other two are unstarred actually. Okay, that you have to understand. So this all information about these three lists which are on the UI, this is all coming from here. Okay, now inside the main client component we have these two functions which are the handler functions, handle hover and handle star. Okay, and inside the UI what we have, let's see. So we are actually mapping this letters state variable, which is initially made to these initial letters, which are these three objects. Okay, so these three letters you will be able to see on the UI at first, which I have shown you on the UI just now. And it is mapping those letters and it is calling a letter component. So what this letter component contains? This letter component actually contains a button, okay, and the subject. I hope you got it. So this is basically an li with a button and a subject. Okay, okay, now we have some handlers on focus and on pointer move which we have passed. So on focus this on hover will be called, on pointer move this on hover will be called. And what are they passing when calling this? They are passing this letter. And what is this letter? This letter is something which is passed while creating this, while calling this letter component from the mail client. So if you see, we have this letter and this letter is the whole letter object. If I show you the initial data, so basically what a letter is this whole object. This is a single letter which I am passing. Okay, this all looks fine. Then on hover and on toggle star we are passing these two functions, and then inside the letter we are actually using this on hover and on toggle star. Okay, now on toggle star is actually invoked whenever we click this button. So which button? This star, this button. And whenever we are hovering, okay, whenever we are hovering, this on hover method is called, which is actually calling this letter. Whenever I am calling this on hover with this letter, what is happening? This is happening. Handle hover, Yeah, we are passing on hover, handle hover, right? So handle hover will be called, and inside the handle hover we are passing this letter. Whenever the set highlighted letter is made to letter. Now, if you have seen my previous videos, you should be able to understand that we are passing an object set highlighted letter to this letter. Okay, and with this, what is happening? This highlighted letter is now changed to some new letter. Okay, that we should understand. This highlighted letter is now changed to a new letter object. Okay, so let's say if initially it was set to this ID1, and now we have actually, let's say, clicked this, then the highlight comes here on this third one. Okay, I hope you have understood this. And yeah, so whenever we hover on someone else, that is basically highlighted and it's changed. Okay, this all looks fine. Whenever we set the highlighted letter, this highlighted letter changes the whole component re-renders, and where the whole component re-renders, this highlighted letter, you see where it is used. So whenever the letter is double is equals to highlighted letter, so we are comparing the two object references, the letter and the highlighted letter. So this is fine till the time the objects are not changing. Okay, but the moment we star and unstar them, so let's say we star or unstars one of them. Okay, so if you see, we are hovering on the second one. This is starred presently, we make it unstar. You see the highlight is gone and it's unstarred. That is fine, but the highlight is gone. Okay, let's see what has happened in this whole process, what we have done on the UI. So what has happened actually is, whenever I clicked that star, that button, this handle star function is called, and this handle star function is called with the starred letter. Okay, that is whichever letter has been clicked, I am passing that object here. If you see, whenever this button is clicked, the on toggle star method is called with the letter object. This letter object is the object which is actually populating this single list of letter. Okay, now on toggle star, this letter on toggle star is here passed from the mail client. So on toggle star, if you see here, yeah, so this is actually the handle star method only. So this handle star method passed with the starred letter. Now what it is doing, it is actually setting the letters, the whole letters state variable it is setting, which is actually an array of letters, where each letter is an object. Okay, that is fine. So we are setting the letters. What we are doing, we are mapping the present letters, and for each letter we are checking, okay, if that letter ID is actually equal to the starred letter ID which is passed inside the handle star. If that is so, then we should be returning a new object which is so here, if you have seen my previous video, this is actually creating a whole new object with the present value of letter with these three dot operators. You can see any JavaScript like this dot operator, triple dot operator, to see how it actually creates a new object. Okay, and I'm only changing the is a start property of this letter, okay, to what, not of letter dot is start. I hope you have understood. That is toggling its value from true to false, from false to true. If it is start, it will become unstart. If it is unstart, it will become start. Okay, I hope you have understood this. But whenever it is not equal to the start letter dot id, I will return the normal letter. So if you see here what is happening, for all other letters which are not clicked, the letter object is same, but for those which is clicked, for the one which is clicked, the letter object is changed. Now the letter object is changed. For that, now whenever is highlighted is checked with letter double is equals to highlighted letter, what will happen? The highlighted letter is the previous letter only, and this letter is now changed because we have changed the whole letter's state. And for that particular letter which is clicked, it's now actually a new object which we have just changed now here. So in that case, this will not be equal. And when they are not equal, what will happen? This will be false, and thus whenever I click from unstar to star, the background color is gone because it is false, so that is gone. How to resolve this? Basically, comparing objects is actually a bad idea here. We should always compare with some primitive value, that is a string, or we can say boolean value, or we can say some integer. These type of values should be compared with. So that's why I will actually change this highlighted letter to highlighted letter ID, set highlighted letter ID, initially null, and let's say I want to change this ID to letter.id, because the ID value is same, only the starred value is changed. So this way we are saved. And here also, if I change the letter ID to highlighted letter ID, then it should be done, right? Let's see that if it works or not. Okay, but also I have to see the letter component once is highlighted. Okay, that should be fine. Okay, this is fine, but whenever I click on someone, fine. So whenever I click on someone, the background still remains. See, I'm clicking on some background still remains because now we are comparing the ID, not the whole object. And the ID will be same. The ID will be same. ID will not be different. Okay. Only the start property changes. That's why on the next re-render, this letter, which was previously, is not equals to the highlighted letter, which was the previous code. But now as we are comparing the ID, they are same. Hope you have understood this video. And if you have any doubts, please put them in the comment section. I will be really happy to help. Thanks a lot, guys.